Hey guys, welcome to another video. How are you guys doing? As you can see from the title, crinkle sound. I am still trying to put away my round crystals. I have more drills than this, but for now, we're gonna do what we can. I need to get these put away. I mean, look, like that's all I have. So I wanted to show you, let me get this crinkle out of the way. I think I've shown this on other videos, but I just wanted to show you. So this is the Beads Joy brand, of round crystals. Okay, honker bags, like 1,000, at least 1,000. Here's the Forever Young, like 200. Okay, so yeah. Keep that in mind when you're purchasing. Now, for some reason, the Forever Young squares come in the big chonker bags, but the rounds don't. So I don't understand that, but it's not my company. So yeah, I need to get my rounds filled up. So we're gonna work on that. What have I done today? I have worked on this. The painting that you're seeing below is the Heart Flower Jars. Love it, by Susan Wingett, DAC in the house. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm loving it. There's so many people that are working on this painting. It's kind of like, wow. You know, a lot of people working on it, but it makes sense because of the time of year it is, right? So why wouldn't we be working on this? So yeah, see, I just have like nothing of this color, Fort 13. I don't use the rounds as much. These are so dusty too, these drills. I don't use the rounds as much, but I do use them. For example, I'm using them in this painting because this is a round painting. However, I did purchase all of them from DP with Sparklers, the enhancement, but I want to be able to have a buildup of enough crystals, metallics, fairy dust, all of that kind of stuff, you know, to where I feel like, okay, I can do like a few projects without having to make extra purchases. So yeah, things have been a little odd around here because of the snow. Snow always, in our state, snow throws everything off. Like, it's as if, I'm telling you, in our state, when it snows, I mean, you would think that the earth stood still. We had, I think, 3 to 4 inches here at our house. Did I just drop that on the floor? We had 3 or 4 inches here at our house. Which isn't much. My husband took a picture of, yeah, I did drop it on the floor. My husband took a picture of him leaving work last night at 3 a.m. and it was pretty crazy in Seattle. 433 round, not square. Yes. So yeah, it just kind of throws things off. It's been very cold. I think tonight the low is going to be 19. That's Fahrenheit for my Canadian and European friends. 19 degrees Fahrenheit. So pretty darn cold. I remember, so this is the time of year typically goats give birth, okay, when they kid is what it's called. And so, you know, we used to breed our goats because we wanted the milk, and so I could make cheese, and we sold the milk and yada, yada, yada. And the babies, oh my gosh, the babies. So cute. Oh, so cute. But typically this is the time of year that they would give birth. And I remember the last time that we had kids. So the very last time, I'll tell that story. The last time we had kids, you know, I was out there, I don't know, starting at about 6 o'clock. I had gone out there and I had noticed early signs of labor. I had 5 does that were ready to give birth. Oh my gosh. My husband had made these little warming, what would you call them? Igloos. So it was a plastic igloo, if you will. And it had a heat lamp inside of it. Because it was 13 degrees. So I had gone out there at 6 o'clock, and I was out there till, I don't know, 3 or 4 in the morning. We had 2 does that had triplets. I had 2 does that had, no, I had 3 does that had twins. So I had 2 that had triplets and 3 that had twins. Unfortunately, one of the kids was born, well, it was stillborn. I almost lost the mama, Maya. Her name was Maya. I almost lost her to that. She began pushing and everything seemed okay. But in past years, she had always given birth to very large males. I don't know why. But she was doing okay. It seemed like she was doing okay. And she gave birth to the first kid, and I was like, okay, everything's okay. But it was a hard labor, and she was getting tired. And I remember she laid down, and you really, at that point, it's like, come on, no. You know, you don't want to get them up on their feet or anything like that, but sometimes goats give birth standing up, and sometimes they give birth laying down. So you have to know your goat. And I knew my goat, and for her to be laying down, I knew that, you know, it was getting, there was an issue starting, and I could feel one more kid inside, and I let her kind of take a break. She wasn't really pushing anymore. And that was very scary because I didn't have any oxytocin or anything like that. You know, I'm not allowed to have anything like that because I'm not a vet. So I didn't have any oxytocin or anything like that available to me. It was very late at night. I don't even remember what time. It was late. I mean, like, even the kids had gone to bed. And they always want to be there for the births. But, well, plus it was so cold outside. But she kind of started pushing a little bit again, and I had to go in. I had no choice. I had to go in and get that baby. And I did. I had to turn the baby. The baby was breech. And I had to turn the baby and find, I I had to reposition the baby is all I'm going to say. I don't want to get too graphic. And she was struggling. Maya was struggling, and I had to get that baby out. And so you don't want to pull when, you want to wait until they're pushing, and then you can pull just a little bit. So I was doing that, but she was just wearing out, and I got that baby out just in time. I thought I was going to lose. The baby had passed away. The baby was stillborn, but I thought I was going to lose her too. She was absolutely beyond exhausted, and I never bred my goats again after that. I didn't breed them every year because I wanted to give them a break, but between years. But yeah, I didn't breed them after that. It was too scary. It was very, very scary. But the babies were so cute. There was one that needed to be bottle fed every 4 hours. So that was my job. So, I only had to do that for a few days. And the only reason why I needed to do that is because it was one of triplets. And of course, goats have 2 teats. They're not cows. They only have 2. Well, wait, cows only have 2 teats too. What am I thinking of? What the heck am I thinking of? No, cows have 4, right? Rami. Okay, it doesn't matter. Goats have 2, okay? And when you have goats that have triplets, there's always one, okay, that's struggling, because when it's time to eat, it's time to eat. And those babies go after it like you would not believe. So I had to bottle feed this one for just for precautionary sake, because I couldn't be out there 24/7. We did have security cameras out there so I could watch them and hear them. If I heard a baby in distress, or if I heard something, going on, I immediately could go out there. They're right there. So, but, I only had to bottle feed that little one for about a week. I want to say it was, yeah, it couldn't have been more than a week, and they were fine. I can't remember if it was a male or a female, but after that, completely fine. And they all worked it out and were able to, I remember there was one though, there was a male. It's always the boys. It is though, it's always the boys. He was just a pig, and his sister, so he was huge, and his sister was just this itty bitty little girl. And then there was another girl, a little girl. And so there were 2 girls and 1 boy that she had. And the boy would just take over. Like, he was like, nope. And we had so all the does had their own separate area for them and their kids, so that the other does weren't around the other kids, because they don't like that. Because what will happen is the babies get confused. Every once in a while, when they're really little, they get confused about who their mom is, even though they can smell. They still, when they're really, really little, they get confused, and the does don't like that, and they get really mad, because the does can smell whether it's their kid or not, and they would, they'll hit the babies, and that can be dangerous. So they were all in their own separate kind of pens. My husband had made this beautiful, beautiful extension to the barn with these absolutely gorgeous gates that were wooden, with these beautiful latches. Oh, it was so gorgeous, you guys. It was so gorgeous. So we kept the does with the babies for about a week. We would let the does out, but they didn't want to come out, but we would let them out, and I'd be like, no, come on, come on out, just take some time, walk around, walk with mom. Come on, let's go. They hesitated, they really didn't want to. And then they'd kind of fight, because it was like, well, I have my babies. No, I have my babies. It's a whole thing. It takes a lot of work, trust me, to have goats when you're breeding them. And so I'd put them back in with their kids. And after about a week, we set up a little kid pen, and it was a dog run, a really, really big dog run. And we would put bales of hay in it, and water, a water bucket. Now all the pens had water buckets in them for the moms, but they were too high for the kids, obviously, to get to. I did not want the kids like drowning or, you know, anything like that. So when they got to go into the playpen, the kids' pen, they were always supervised. We never left. I never left them in the pen. Like we would sit out there on the hay bales with them, and they would jump all over us and play. And oh, they were so cute. They would sit in your lap or fall asleep in your lap. So cute. And of course the moms would be like, why are my babies in there and I can't get to them? But after a while, they kind of are like, eh, I can see them, it's fine. So we let the babies play with each other, because that was the only interaction that they would have with each other, unless they were only with their siblings. So it was a big deal to them, and they loved it. They were like, yay, it's time to go play with our friends. And they would have a blast. It was, oh gosh, I have so many videos, you guys. So cute. So stinking cute. 158. Oh, good. See, now I'm getting a large quantity of these. Good. Yeah, I don't need to buy any more of this color for a while. 158. Yeah, this is going to fill it up. This is a chunk. I'm telling you, this Beads Joy, you cannot go wrong with this Beads Joy company. They definitely have a ton of drills. That was a lot of fun though, having goats and doing that. I mean, we have the two, so we sold all of our other goats. Just couldn't do it anymore. But my daughter and I used to herd them around the property, all over the property, and now that is so weird how this is 155. And take them to places, because our goal was, the original reason why we got goats was to clear our property because there's so much undergrowth. Well, yeah, you would need so many goats to clear our property. So many goats. Yeah. But yeah, I got tired of, it was too much. It just got to be too much, you know, shots, farriers, you know, just all of the stuff that goes along with having goats. It was too much. And I was like, I've got to cut back and just have the two, just keep the two. And so that's what we did. I mean, I was getting, when the 5 of them gave birth, keep in mind, I was having to milk them, okay? Squeeze me, what's happening? Sorry, just a minute. I can't see. Okay, why do I not have a 210? Here it is. Okay, I was gonna say. So for like the first week, you don't milk them, because you want all of their milk to come in and for their bodies to get used to how much their babies are drinking. And that's what happens. And then you can start milking them. And what you do is when they're old enough, like after a week, you take the moms away from the babies at night. You're like, that's so mean. No, this is how you do it. You take them away, and you milk them first thing in the morning. Now, I know you're thinking, but the babies haven't eaten all night. They're freezing cold. Nope, they're not freezing cold. Okay, they have heat lamps and each other. Okay, but when you milk your goat, you guys aren't going to believe this, but it's true. You can look it up. Goats, and I don't know if this is true for cows too, but goats will hold back milk. They will literally hold back milk for their babies. You're like, true. So yeah, you milk them in the morning. And I was getting like 3 gallons of milk a day. We don't even drink milk, okay? At the time, we were drinking almond milk at the time, but I mean, we loved the goat milk. It was delicious. And I'm like, I gotta find something to do with this milk. I mean, it's not pasteurized, so it's gonna go bad pretty quickly. Okay, you can't, you know. So I wouldn't pasteurize. At first, I was pasteurizing the milk because I was all freaked out. I mean, you have to sanitize everything. You have to have all of this, you know, a milk bucket, wipes to clean their teats off really, really good, antiseptic, all that kind of stuff. You dip their teats in a iodine. I mean, it's like a whole production. Like nothing can touch anything. You know, your hands have to be. I mean, it's like everything has to be completely sanitized when you are milking an animal and you're going to be drinking its milk unpasteurized. At first I was pasteurizing the milk, and then I read up on it and I was like, oh, okay. So this is like a cleanliness thing. I can do that. So, and even then I'm like, okay, well, we still can't. I was making cheese. We were drinking the milk. I mean, I was trying everything to use this milk for cooking, everything. And finally I was like, I can't, like, there's just too much milk. So luckily the co-op down our street, and I've talked about this before, was like, I went there all the time, and I knew the guy. Oh my God, he was such a creep, you guys. Yo, that's a whole story in and of itself. But he's like, yeah, I'll totally sell your milk. So I had labels made. Our farm was called Got Your Goat Farm. Get it? Got Your Goat. Got Your Goat Farm. And, yeah, I sold my milk. Now I could only sell it for crafts or animal consumption. That's how it had to be labeled, because obviously I'm not part of the USDA or anything like that. So it was only for animals, and because like a lot of people will feed their animals goat milk. And then of course, tons of people use it for soap, all kinds of stuff. So my milk was selling out like crazy. He's like, is there any way that, you know, we can get more milk? And then there was a gal that worked there. She was younger. I want to say she was in her 20s, and her son was lactose intolerant. The only thing apparently he could drink was goat's milk. And she was like, so I would bring it in mason jar size. So that's how big the jar was. What is that? A quart? Yeah, a quart. So gosh, what was I selling it for? $5, something like that. I can't remember. And then he took a cut. Understandably so. Where am I at? $5.50. This is getting tight, you guys, this box. Yeah, it's getting pretty darn tight. But her son had all these allergies, and she was like, just giving it to him like crazy. And so the guy's like, is there any way, you know, you could, that we could get more milk? And I'm like, no, because here's the thing. Okay, I know you're like $5 for a quart of goat's milk. You guys, the amount of work that it took for me just to milk 5 goats every day, the amount of time that took, because I can't, like, everybody has to be cleaned and everything has to be separate. I had like a whole carrying case that I brought out there with a milk pail and all of that. I mean, everything needed to be like sanitized, scrubbed down. Like it was ridiculous. Oh wait, this one's $4.34. It took me so long to milk 4 goats. And you got to remember, it's in the middle of the winter and I'm outside and my hands are cracking. They are so dry and cold. Oh, and what I would do is I would milk how did this work? I would milk the goats and I would take him the milk like every second day or third day, and it just wasn't enough. He wanted more. And I'm thinking, okay, you know what? For what I'm making, the amount of money that I'm making to do all of this, it's just so not worth it. It's so not worth it. And I couldn't give it to any of my friends or anything like that. You can't do that. I mean, it's like, I mean, you could technically, but you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to, I'm not like a food production person, so I'm legally, you know, so I can't like be like, yeah, come, I'm going to sell my milk to you. So I stopped milking them slowly. You have to do it slowly. It has to be a gradual process. And I just slowly stopped taking out as much milk. So I would still milk them every day, but I would take like half out. And then after a while, after a couple of weeks of doing that, then I would only milk them every other day, and so on, until it was at a lower level. So the kids were, because of course, if you're milking your goats and the kids are drinking milk, they're going to produce more. So yeah, that was a whole thing. It was a lot of work, you guys. It was a lot of work. The water buckets were always full. Our bucks had to be separate from our females, you know. Just thinking about it makes me tired. But I did love doing it. I absolutely loved doing it. It was something that my daughter and I really liked doing together. My son was never really into the whole goat thing. I mean, he loved the goats. He loved them. He actually even named a couple. But like, and he liked going out with us too from time to time, but he wasn't into it like we were, you know. 554. Wow, this row is so tight. I have some room in this row, so I might move those over. So yeah. Oh, my beads fell off again. Oh, dagnabbit. Dagnabbit anyhow. Damn you to hell. All right, the wire broke on my scissors. I'll show you. Hold on. I'm having my little things came off, my little trinkets. It's all right. I can put them back on. I should use something better than what I'm. What did I use to put those on with? I don't even remember. I just thought it was cute. So, what am I doing tomorrow? What am I doing tomorrow? What do I need to do tomorrow? How about that? What's the first one? 7. Okay, $7.92. I need to do a paint gem tomorrow from the Love Edition. $7.92. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Nothing. I need to do a paint gem. I've finally finished my February calendar, so actually I need to hang it up. That video's out. It's a whip and chat, and I give the DMCs for the February calendar. I know a lot of people have been requesting that, so as promised, I did put the DMC colors in that video. It came out on a Friday. It's actually coming out today. As I'm filming this, it's loading. So, okay, now, wait, we still are in this box, $7.99. And then I'm going to work some more on these heart flower jars. What do I need to do as far as house stuff goes? Well, I always need to clean the kitchen. Always. I'm kind of caught up on a bunch of stuff. I think there's one load. Oh, I need to do a load of laundry for sure. Yeah, I need to do laundry. There's only one load for me to fold, but I do need to wash a load. Oh, $4.96. Missed that one. I think that's right here. Yeah, are these squares? Rounds. And, oh, I need to write some stuff down on my calendar, and I need to write out some more notes. We were going to do our taxes on Saturday, but now I'm not sure if that's going to happen, so I might do it tomorrow. I'm really sure we have all the paperwork. So, ooh, this one's full. $8.20. Yeah. That's about it. I've got some exciting things coming up. I keep saying that, I know, but they're coming. They're coming. And I'm like overjoyed with several of the things. So keep your eyes peeled, my friends. Keep your eyes peeled. Because it's coming. There's definitely one thing coming this month for February. Definitely. Yeah. And I don't know when the other one is going to happen, but it's being worked on as we speak. As we speak, it is being worked on. Okay, we're done with this box. And I only have 4 more left. Wow, so there were so many that were in that first box. That box is getting heavy. Actually, it's not that much heavier than this one. Can you see more of this? Isn't that gorgeous? These are AB's, the hugs, where it says hugs. Gorgeous right there. I love that. That is gorgeous, those 2 colors. Okay, we're at $37.46 right here. Beautiful color. Lots of purples. Lots of purples. I am so close to hitting 1,500 subscribers. I'm 2 people away from hitting 1,500. I'm hoping by this weekend I'll have hit that. That would be an awesome achievement. That'll be really cool. I'm really proud of that, and I'm really thankful for all of you guys who made that happen. All 1,500 of you real people who made it happen. So, yeah. Whatever. Okay, $38.37. Oh, okay, that's because I'm like, wait, 38.37. Here it is. Okay, I was like, whoa, that's not purple. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the giveaway. Marty Johnson won. She has reached out to me, so she has claimed her prize. I will be sending that out either tomorrow or Monday. So she will be receiving that soon because she doesn't live too many states away from me, which is great. I'm scared on how much it's going to cost, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I was so happy. I'm like, oh my gosh, because you get to know, I get to know you guys. Like, there are so many of you guys that I know because of Facebook or just on YouTube or through our lives. Oh my gosh, I know so many of you guys. Like, I literally am like, oh my gosh, yes, I know you, I know you. That's really cool. It's cool to me because there's so many of you now. And even though there's so many of you, I still know a lot of you, which is just amazing. You guys want to all come over? You guys want to come over to my house? I have enough room for 1,500 people. Come on over. Should we do brunch? What should we do? Oh yeah, we should do breakfast. That's right, because everybody wanted to have breakfast with me. Okay, and our B5200, last one. Well, last one for today. This will be ongoing. This whole drill situation. So yeah, obviously I'll have videos coming out, but watch for some big news. I have 3 big things coming out now that I'm thinking about it. Dang. Moving on up to the east side. Did you guys sing the other lyric to that when I stopped? I did in my head. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me as always, and I will talk with you later. Loves.